talking just got to my head and my ears started to bleed.
I'm still Ray Parry. I've not changed.
You've got to show the vegetarian.
Shut up.
I think he's doing a little tap dance on my parade.
I've been close so many times tonight to just hitting him with my shoe.
You kick me again, I'm gonna boot you in your ankle.
So la-di-da-do.
I'm a hippie, I'm a vegetarian. Some people think I'm a bit of a know-all because, you know, I have the answer to most things. I'm going to play my ukulele at my party. I've always said in the past, a little bit of music and a little bit of a sing-song goes a long way. In my Liverpool home, in my Liverpool home.
Repetitive music, popular music. I really don't want to hear that this week. It makes me physically sick. The mental list I have of things that annoy me is probably on about 1,300,000, and it's still growing. Ugh.
Some people might say that vegetarian food is a bit plain and bland, but I'm going to dispel that myth tonight.
The worst person that you could probably sit me with on a table would be a vegetarian, really. Probably wouldn't have a very good time if I was just sat at the table with old people who just wanted to talk about politics, whereas I like to talk about, you know, real things like shoes.
We're going to the moon, baby. Having 7 kids and you tend to repeat yourself all your life. You tend to use sharp, direct sentences. 1, 2, 3, and a she. My direction may be with me mouth can sound forceful, but it does take me to where I need to go.
The idea is that the chocolate and caramel bar, when it activates with the yogurt, will melt and make it gooey. Well, I'm actually going to use a technique called folding. This is okay. I'm going to put this back in the fridge and I'll serve this up later on in dishes. I've actually tried these recipes out before, so I know they're pretty good recipes. But I'm hoping that when my guests come, they'll say, wow, I haven't had that before, that's good. You know, I'll ask Ray how you make that. And my guests are only getting vegetarian food tonight. Once they've tasted my soup, I'd be in seventh heaven. I can't really find fault with any of my food, but there you go, that's life.
That's the same as mine, but I'm not really too worried about it because I think mine's a little bit fancy.
Spot on soup. Here's a little trick I learned when I was in Morocco. Best couscous. Get yourself mint tea bag, boil the kettle, add it to the tea bag. Now, some might say that's a bit over the top, but it adds real taste to the couscous.
Hello. Hi.
Good evening.
Hello, I'm
Hi,
Lindsay.
Ray.
Hi.
Come in, Lindsay.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
thank
real
you.
nice, that is.
Hello. Hiya, I'm Ray.
I'm Val. How do you do?
Come in, Val. Give us a kiss there, kid. Sit down. Do you want a
lovely.
bit of
I'm
champagne?
Lindsay. Hello.
This is Lindsay.
Hi.
How do you do, Lindsay?
Hello. What's your name,
Nice to-
sir?
Val.
Val.
Hello, Val.
Good evening, young sir. Hello.
I'm Ray.
You're Ray. I'm Paul.
Come in, Paul.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you. What's that machine in the corner over there, Ray?
It's a stereo. When you turn it up, it's like you're being at a festival. I could be onto a winner.
What else apart from asparagus then?
Asparagus. Some shallots.
The start of asparagus soup was very nice. It was quite thick. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
It should have had a bit of more stock to it to make it a soup rather than something that you put in to make a soup, because it was not really a soup.
Here's a good little tip for all of you. You know, if you can't get to sleep, there's an exercise called the magic letterbox. And what you do is when you go to sleep, you try and relax and imagine a letterbox. All the thoughts that are stopping you from getting to sleep, you post them in this one-way letterbox. And when you've done it, the theory is when you put everything in the letterbox, you'll be asleep.
If I had to, like, do what he does with his whole little pattern, I think it's slightly a little bit strange. But then vegetarians are.
Ray is a very talkative person. I'll give him full marks for chatty somebody.
He probably has got theories about most things, but I don't think I'd agree with most of them.
Everybody seems to be happy. They're having a drink, you know, we're having a laugh. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? And some good food to go with it. This dish is superb, and it's got aubergines in, which are the food of the gods. It's hot down now. I said tonight that if anybody liked what I cooked and thought, I wouldn't mind having that as a meat eater, I'd be really chuffed. Cracking nut roast recipe. It's one where I use 4 nuts in it. I use Brazil nuts, walnuts, cashew nuts, and almonds in it. And it's cracker. It's luxury, mind, but it's cracker.
Don't you ever wake up in the middle of the night and have a real bad craving for, like, a rack of lamb?
Not at all, Lindsay.
Really, no?
Not at all. But you know when we were...
What about a little bit of John Dory?
I think even in someone's own home, they shouldn't preach vegetarianism and push it onto other people. And I think that's where he was heading.
The spices, what he's created and used in his food, are good. They are good. But I do enjoy the blood and juice of fish and meat.
Ray is a nice bloke. I wouldn't go out with a drink with him because I might have slit my wrist or something.
of the street in case a certain little lady comes by. Me.
I wanted Ray to stop immediately with the ukulele because I don't know, I might have done something with it.
In case a certain little lady comes by.
Which bit is the Venus, which bit's the Mars?
The Mars you'll find when you eat it.
Okay.
The Venus is the sublime feeling you get from it when you eat it.
Would you pay for that if he went out?
No, Ray.
I wasn't very impressed with the dessert at all. I wasn't really into Mars bars and yogurt.
The talking just got to my head and my ears started to bleed.
His food was tasty and meaningful, but it wasn't really my type of thing, really.
I had a few occasions where I had wine where it wasn't topped up for me and not, you know, anything, but it just wasn't topped up.
Because I enjoy meat, beef, lamb, pork and chicken. That's why I won't be turning veggie. Ray was quite overwhelming and quite overbearing. I'm just concerned that he doesn't do that for the next few years, really.
I've never enjoyed that much length of time with a man who loves to chat. So hopefully tonight Ray will be sitting opposite to Lindsay, maybe, or next to Lindsay, but definitely not next to me.
I'm always happy with myself, and I think the guests that came last night were probably happy as well.
Desserts is sweet and it shouldn't really have chilli in. So I know already I'm not going to like that.
Well, as you can see, I now need caster sugar, and that's a massive problem. Is Paul there or somebody to run and get me some caster sugar? Ah, nice one, girl. What a runner you are. It's hard work, you know. Now you know why these things are electric. We've all done it before. Let's have a go. Or have a laugh. That's it. This is the traditional white rum from Jamaica. I'm going to put a little splash in it just to give it a bit of edge.
That sounds very Jamaican, actually.
Plantain, oh yeah, super.
There's a lot of flavours in there going on, and we still haven't finished. I'm going to put some orange zest in there as well.
I've never heard of that before in my life.
Just large vegetables sitting in a broth. That's all I can think of, really.
In the odd food soup, we've got the squash, sweet potato, spring onions and courgettes.
How are you? Nice to see you. You're right.
Hello, how are you?
It's Drunken Lindsay.
It's got to be our Ray.
All right, kid. How are you?
Ah, fabulous.
You on
to
top of
see
your
you.
game?
Odd food soup is made from ground foods.
Oh, okay.
Into
I
other
thought
things
when
that
I read the menu and it said hard soup, I thought it was like some sort of scouse term.
So we call it odd food.
Loads of people have said to me, asparagus soup, it's really, really hard to do. But, you know, if you don't use the stalky part of it, it doesn't go gritty.
Really?
And you've got to, you know, blend it well.
Yeah.
But, you know, other than that, a couple of different types of onions in or...
Tonight's soup was much better than last night's soup. Although last night's soup was really tasty, it was just a little bit too thick for me.
I think my soup was just a little bit better. You know, Val's soup was good. Yeah, defo.
And when most kids see plantain, they go, Mum, look at that giant banana. Can I have it? And if you ever bit it raw, I don't know if you've ever felt banana skin, that citricy, well, that happens all over your mouth. So it's something you do have to cook. But maybe if I served it to Ray raw, it might just stick his mouth together. Hey! That was your dinner, Ray. Don't worry, lad. I'll clean it up, put it on a plate.
So, what sort of oil do you use for the plantain?
If you use vegetable oil, your food will brown.
Yeah.
So if you used to fry that in olive oil, it would not go brown for you, it'd just go bland.
I tend to make a blend. You know, if I buy rapeseed oil, I buy low sodium salt and I buy sea salt.
Yeah.
I grind them and I mix them together. So I
yeah.
get the best of both worlds. And you don't tend to use as much because you can't taste it. Black peppercorns. The main course was probably below standard for me, but it was, you know, edible. Too much rice for me. A bit worried about the plantain.
I think it's very interesting food with spices and an interesting taste that I couldn't have done properly. So I was impressed, yes.
You kick me again, I'm going to boot you in your ankle.
Sorry, kid, I was just
All
stretching
right,
my
then.
leg because my right's giving me a bit of jip. Like, you know the way
Sensation.
people have what they call it? Is it restless foot or restless leg? You know, where they can't keep it still and they're tapping it all the time. I don't have that.
Oh my God, shut up, Ray. That's what my advice would be. It's like I'm shirking to the doorway when I see myself on my own with him because I just think, I don't know what I'm going to say to you, Ray. Well, I probably wouldn't be able to say that much because you don't stop talking. Ray, just turn it in, leave it alone. Shut up.
I'm seeing more how Ray is, and I think he's getting worse. He is a little bit more idiotic, a bit childish, shall we say.
I think he's doing a little tap dance on my parade, and I'm going to have to subtly try and quiet him up. That's how other people can lead conversations, I think, because that's really not what I want. 2 nights of Ray.
Oh, wow.
How does that feel?
That's fantastic, that.
This is my proper PMT.
Does it always come down to PM2?
It does. Chocolate just helps PMT. It's better than any HRT or whatever else he can give you.
Milk.
Your body tells you what it needs.
Yeah.
If it needs exercise. if it needs a bit of chocolate, if it needs some fruit, if it needs some love,
Whatever
if it needs
it may
some
do.
attention.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know, it tells you.
If you listen.
If you listen to it, it will tell you what you need. Are you listening there, Paul? Are you listening, Paul?
Ray's going to win the gold for the biggest boar this week, hands down.
I thought the dessert tonight was really nice, actually. I was a bit surprised because I was expecting it to not be very nice.
She cooked very good food, and we had good conversation together, apart from Ray.
As a vegetarian, I thought her meal was good, but it wasn't a perfect meal.
She was a great host and the food exceeded my expectations.
You've got to show the vegetarian that you're better than he is, yes, but you also eat meat.
Tonight, I expect Paul to push the boat out. I expect him to excel at what he's done. I expect him to make a vegetarian meal that I'd be proud of.
If Ray doesn't wind his neck in a little bit and allow other people to have a lead in conversation and to exchange, he's really pressing me tolerance buttons.
As he's speaking, I sort of look around the table and everybody's sort of got a look on the face like they want to throttle him. I love pears, I love sorbet, I love chocolate, and I love brandy. So
Paul's undercover and deadly. This is the assassin.
Looks like pub grub. You know, something you would go to your local Toby Inn and have.
that is exactly what I would expect him to cook.
I don't know why, but some people actually like the whole skin taking off, but I don't know why, but the whole point is it's the fat that gives it, that helps give it the flavour. I'm not a low-fat chef, contrary to my appearance. Very fussy vegetarian. There are a lot of very fussy vegetarians. I really don't know if Ray's going to like this or not. And there's nothing wrong with the tinned tomatoes. I mean, the Italians use tinned tomatoes all the time. I've got a mix that I've made here that is flour, butter, and a bit of salt. The best thing you can do, really, is get a bottle of red wine and make sure it's empty. You can come back tomorrow if you want, and it'll be done. This will be done by then. The idea was to teach a vegetarian how to do vegetarian food. It's just too much pastry there. If I just had 5 minutes or something, I'd try again.
Oh, this is competition now. I need that grand, Paul. I need it.
I'll be quite cross. Quite cross if Ray doesn't like these. Ray. Oh, hello, young man. Good.
Hi,
Nice
how are
to
you?
see you.
You too.
Got up this morning about 7:30. It was raining. The cat wanted to go out. I went out and did some Tai Chi.
Really?
You look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
You're all right. Very good.
Do you paint, do you, Paul? These are your paintings?
Yeah, well, yes, not yes, sort of attempts really. Yeah. Is that yellow on red, or is that red on yellow, or is it just Paul copying?
Mark Rothko himself was a manic depressive. I would have it that Mr. Rothko was trying to impart something to somebody.
Ray knowing more about Paul's art really does not surprise me at all, because even if he didn't know anything about it all, he would make out that he did, because Ray knows everything about everything. The fish was cooked perfectly. It was like not overcooked, not undercooked. It was perfect.
Can you explain in detail what we have at this table?
On yours, yes. Well, you have avocado, which has been scooped out, chopped up, put with lemon juice, with mature cheddar.
Well,
Tell me something, man.
No, you're still thinking.
Paul, you know, if you do that again, mate, can I just make a suggestion?
Yep.
And I don't want you to take this
No,
to
no,
heart.
no, no,
think I'm being picky. If you were to use ground up oats with those nuts on
Yes.
that,
Yeah.
not use the olive oil, and just sprinkle a bit of cheese
You
on
get the
in the
same
mix.
sort,
Anyway, the salad that came with it was very, very nice.
I do think that Ray's being unnecessarily critical to Paul.
He's an absolute pain in the
All I want to know is of the duck, is how you like it cooked.
I would prefer it pink.
Just well done. I just don't...
You like my done? You don't.
Just no blood in me plate and I'm happy woman.
Why do you down for pink? If you want it well done, the duck's absolutely screwed. You might as well put it in the bin. My mistake was I thought you were both going to have pink. You wanted well done. So, but just the well done's going to be done and pink. And the. Hang on. Go on. Right. Bloody vegetarian. Bloody hell. This isn't good enough, not being in with them, because they're basically being left alone. The chances of slipping slowly away.
The effort which Paul had made to make sure that mine was well done. Everybody had to suffer that. And I thought he really went out of his way to make sure I was happy and I was well pleased.
The duck, for me, tasted like liver because it was so overcooked. It just didn't taste like duck anymore. It had no taste to it. It was just so dry.
Stuffed.
Well, did you make this pastry?
I did, unfortunately, yes.
Did you check when you were using the fat in it that it was suitable for vegetarians? Has it got animal fats in?
That's a very that's a very good point.
Because if it has, it's probably going to make me a little bit sick.
Can I go and check now?
Could you?
Yeah, certainly.
Hang on, no, don't.
No, honestly, no, don't.
Don't, please don't.
For somebody to make a meal for a vegetarian and not realise what's in it with regards to animal fats, has not been reading the labels and doesn't understand vegetarianism.
Ray, for me tonight, is just... I have no words to describe how much of an absolute he is. He's unbelievable. And I've been close so many times tonight to just hitting him with my shoe.
I'm feeling guilty, yeah, man.
You deserve to be.
I only asked him if it had animal fats in the bloody...
Stop it when you go in the kitchen. That's come up before. If your mind is thinking, I don't know what the ingredients are, I think you ought to step in the kitchen and have a word instead of making it so personal or so open then amongst all of us, because it made me literally stop and go, oh.
I do think I am entitled to ask questions about the food, but I didn't want to upset the group tonight, really. But I obviously have upset the group because people are, you know, thinking Ray's a bit of a, you know. And...
It builds up my opinion of vegetarians in that you say, well, what did you eat at home? Oh, I have all sorts of stuff. I eat all sorts of vegetarian. And you say, like what? Oh, they can't tell you. I'd love to know what he eats. Well, I've seen it, actually. Oh, yeah, I have, yeah. Ooh. Goodness, what a long evening.
What's it ever so long, even? Just gobbled your pears there, mate.
I'm H-A-P-P-Y.
Ray is just a very, very weak, spineless man to me. And I think if I told him exactly what I thought about him, he'd probably cry himself to sleep.
I couldn't allow him to on such a humble person and take any liberties with him. And he did take a liberty live and direct at the table.
Paul's dessert was, like, really pretty much tasteless.
I was disappointed with the vegetarian person, but I wasn't disappointed with the vegetarian food. And I would eat it. And so were my friends. So la-di-da-do.
Your Austin was totally missing. I was entertained again by the man called Ray. And that was not good enough for me.
Unfortunately, his night didn't live up to my expectations, and I think the whole night was ruined by Ray.
He's had a terrible night tonight. You know, he struggled at times, but, you know, he stayed till the end. Val was in her right to have a go at me, but as I pointed out to her, would you want me to eat something that would make me sick?
Definitely my problem customer tonight is going to be Ray. He's everybody's problem. So I'm just going to try my hardest to please him. If Ray wins, I'd be mortified. I'd probably tell him to get out my house.
This is like Lindsay to me without her spray on tan.
She may have made some really good desserts, but she may have made some disasters. She may have even bought them in.
I know I look like a big drunk. I'll have a little drink to make myself feel a little bit better.
I'm looking forward to it, to see if she can compete with Ray on the soup deal.
I don't think it'd be hard to do better than Ray's.
I don't think anybody can beat my asparagus soup. My asparagus soup is top hole.
There is absolutely no chance that Ray will like my soup more than his own, because he loves everything about himself. And just add a little bit more water so it doesn't go to mush like Ray's. If they are thinking that I'm a blonde bimbo, then I want to try and surprise them that I actually can cook. Why won't that work? Oh, sake. I'm having a nightmare here. I don't understand why it won't work. Let's try it again. No. Oh. I think it's packed up, so I'm sacking it off. Right, I'm putting it in here. I'm transferring.
That is deja vu for me, because we had that last night. I hope she thought about the pastry without animal fats.
This is probably the best menu of this competition, apart from my own.
It's massive, isn't it? I'm going to put it in front of Ray. If he doesn't eat my tart, I'd like to maybe ram it down his throat. Sorry, hello.
All right.
Hi. You okay?
I'm good.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi.
How are you, darling?
Oh,
all right?
you look gorgeous.
No, well, I'm trying.
Are you all right?
Very well, thanks, yes.
Be melting round the furniture.
there we
Right,
go.
you okay?
Here he is.
You'll be all right.
Hello, Lindsay, it's a red man.
Hi,
Have you got the
Ray.
money?
You all right?
How are you, sweetheart?
I'm fine. How are you?
So, you're okay with the veggie stuff for me? Just make sure it's suitable for vegetarians.
Yeah,
That's
I've
good.
made everything with no animal fat in it, nothing, no stock, nothing like that.
Okay.
So don't worry.
Vegetarian
It's all
cheese,
okay, yes.
yeah? Good one.
It's fabulous. Asparagus soup versus asparagus soup.
So, what did you do with this one?
Some onion, celery, leeks, some vegetable stock. That's pretty much it.
I usually use two types of onions, shallots and spring onions. Lightly fry them, cut up the asparagus. Don't use the stalks because that makes it pithy and gritty. Cut them up small, put it in, about 20 minutes. Let them settle. Put some stock on them, bring them to the boil. Let them simmer. Give them a blitz. Season it.
Lindsay's asparagus soup beat Ray's soup, hands down.
That was the asparagus challenge, over and done with. Ray won that. Not too far though, but he won it.
It is slightly overcooked, I think, but I mean, the lamb's all right because it's slow roasting anyway, so I just switched it off, but the potatoes are a little bit
frazzled. But they still taste nice, I'm sure. I hope. How's that for you, Ben? Well, a long pause is not a good sign.
It's very nice. The caramelised onions a little bit sweet, and I understand that. But the rest of it's lovely, yeah. Oh. Good one.
I think Ray tonight has been a totally different person. I think last night must have like knocked a bit of sense into him about how rude he was, because he's been a different bloke tonight, and he's been, you know, he's been all right.
And I thought she'd like her meat pink, which I was a bit apprehensive about eating the meat, but it was done just like the way I'd cook it, really, you know, cooked proper. Did you have animal fat in your
Oh, God, I don't know.
That can poison me, you see.
Oh, shut up, don't. Now you're making me all scared. Don't do that when I'm doing dessert.
Very nice.
You know the jelly?
Yeah.
Is it suitable for vegetarians? Has it got gelatin in?
I'm not sure.
Get the packet, get the packet.
Get that packet out.
Oh, God, I've done
I think it was organic. To be honest, I haven't got the packet and I'm not sure, so...
It's all right, then.
If you're not 100%, then you don't have to eat it.
I was surprised that Lindsay did not know that whether the jelly had gelatin in or not. Gelatin is not suitable for vegetarians.
It looked nice on a plate, but it was the wrong tray of desserts. That wasn't what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a little infinity with Lindsay the minute I met her. I just thought, what a lovely girl. She's just so sweet.
Aww,
No, that's what I felt. I just couldn't see no faults with her. I thought if she enjoys drinking, she enjoys drinking. Ray, what a lovely, warm person. Really hospitable and ever so welcoming. And by the second night in my house, he started me off, to be quite honest. I don't do that. I was thinking, oh, I don't want to hear no more about your ailments, because I've really got a few myself, and I'm starting to feel like that now. Because I'm not really a me person, and I think you're a me person. You've got a lot to say about you, but it was a bit too much for me to digest.
Val really went in good guns, but she did very diplomatically, and she's very clever.
All week I've not known whether Ray knows that he's an absolute pain in the ass. But I think after last night and tonight, I think he has realised that he's, you know, a pain in the ass.
I'm still a happy person. I'm still Ray Parry. I've not changed. I'm still a vegetarian.
Yeah.
I like my cooking, and my friends like my cooking, and my family do. So that's the main thing for me.
I don't think our meal was as good as mine.
I really expected to have fish and chips.
I've been toying between 9 and 8.
You're all nervous?
Very nervous.
Wow.
Joint third place is Ray and Paul.
Ah.
Yay, well done.
Well done, Thank
you.
In second place, me.
No.
Why give me my money? Listen, give me my money. What's that? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well,
I feel so good. I feel full of energy, even though I'm so tired. But the first thing I'm going to buy is a dishwasher, because these hands cannot take another day of any form of liquid.
I'm just so made up that I didn't come last. And I feel for Paul, because if I was joint third with Ray, I'd be devastated.
To be joint third with the vegetarian, with Ray, that's dreadful.
It would have been good for me to win, but I'm a realist. So, that's life. That's what all the people say.
Is this my house?
I'm a winner!
Yeah! Oh, sorry about the baby.